Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Welcome for our 21 days Mind to Meditation Advanced series. I hope you all are doing really well and enjoying the sessions and doing your meditation every day sincerely. Also, doing your foot soaking every day. Maybe you may miss one day, next day you will realize something is missing in my day. So, that missing out feeling I must, like, I'm sure you must be feeling, some days if I don't do meditation, I feel something is missing in my routine, something is there. I'm not so well today. Why? Because I miss my meditation. So that missing out, the joy of missing out, that's what we call JOMO. If you miss out this session, yeah, you have that feeling that, oh, I'm missing out something. They must be sharing some knowledge. They must be enjoying the meditation. Why I'm missing out? No, that missing it out is always good. You're missing out this joy of togetherness, joy of this collectivity. When we meditate together, all of us, that's so beautiful. And we feel our Kundalini so beautifully. So that's the feeling. We all are here. Like every alternate days, we are here. So let us start today's session. So we are in day 22. So today we'll be teaching you about Vishuddhi, the mantras and the power behind Vishuddhi Chakra. Who is the power on all the aspects of Vishuddhi? So as we always do, let us raise our Kundalini and take a very nice bandhan to ourselves so that we can start this journey for today's meditation. Let us raise our Kundalini 3 times. We'll raise our Kundalini slowly from our Muladhara chakra, going up to our Sahasrara, and lift your head up and give it a 1 knot. Now we'll do the same process second time, raising our attention slowly from our Muladhara chakra to Sahasrara. And see up and do this 2 knots. Again, we'll raise our Kundalini from Muladhara slowly to our Sahasrara and give it a 3 knots. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll give a nice bandhan around ourselves, 7 rainbows, starting from your left, Muladhara for innocence, Swadhisthana for creativity, Navi for peace and satisfaction, Anahata for love, Vishuddhi for collectivity, Agya for forgiveness, and Sahasrara for the integration of all these beautiful qualities. So we already set an intention and the desire that we want to meditate. We can slowly close our eyes and take few deep breaths. Try to release out all your tensions, confusions, all your tiredness in every exhale. And we'll try to balance our channels. So left side on your lap and right hand side towards the Mother Earth or on the Mother Earth if you're sitting on the ground. So there's a beautiful quote by Shramataji. So when I do balancing sometimes, I try to remember that quote. We'll do that today. The quote says, in your emotions, you should be joyous. Joy is your emotion. This is the first part. So let us see, are we joyous? And if something is not, which is not joy, I don't want it, which takes me away from my spirit. I just don't want it. So that prayer, let us say, Oh Mother, please purify my left side and emotions so that I'm always joy. I'm always bubbling with joy, with the only desire to be one with the divine. Mother, please make my emotions to be always in joy. Joy is my emotion. I will bring back our right hand on our lap and left hand towards the sky, the ether element. So the second part of the quote is, in action, we should be thoughtless. Are we thoughtless? No, right? Just try to flush out all those thoughts and toxins, that over planning, those confusions of my mind, those reactions, which make me think a lot unnecessarily. Mother, please take away all my thoughts which bothers me, which makes me react, which makes me intentions. Mother, please purify my right side, my action side, and let I become thoughtless in my actions. We'll bring back our left hand on our lap, both the hands on your lap. And the third part of that beautiful quote is that in your ascent, you should be surrendered. Are you surrendered? Ask this question to yourself. Are you surrendered to the divine? If not, let us just pray from our hearts. Mother, Ashray Mataji, please make me surrendered completely. Mother, please purify my central channel, denotes my ascent. Let me feel the joy of collectivity. Let me feel all the kundalinis rising up higher at this moment. Let me feel it in my hands, in my body, and in my head, on top of my head. In emotions, I should be joyous. Joy is my emotion. In action, we become thoughtless. And in my ascent, I be surrendered always. These are the three great mantras which lead you into meditation. Now we can slowly open our eyes. And I hand it over to my lovely co-host, Maheshwari, who will take you through the Vishuddhi Chakra,
Thank you,
especially
Shanika.
for the mantras.
Thank you, Shanika, for the beautiful meditation. Yeah, I suppose all of you are ready for the lesson today. Today we are going to talk about the Vishuddhi Chakra, which is a very, very important chakra. Okay, it represents the time in the evolution of humanity, and we live in this world where we look forward to harmony and collective living. This is a major part in our life, to live collectively, right? It represents everything to, to human race, the ability of human being to rise, differences and to strive to experience the unity of the spirit. Okay, you have to have the unity of the spirit in order to enjoy the collectivity, right? You have to be one with the divine power. Okay, let your spirit be connected to the primordial energy within, the cosmos. So you're connected, and all of us are connected as one living being, right? So next slide, please. We're going to talk about the deities. Before that, I'll just talk about the Vishuddhi chakra covers various organs in our body, which is the throat, the neck, right? The physical level is the cervical plexus. The thyroid is very important here, and it controls the neck, the mouth, tongue, the teeth, the nose, the ENT, especially the ENT, the skin, right? The external part of the our face and everything takes care, right? So this is it covers various organs, and also it helps us to become one as a collective being, right? So the main deity that resides in the Vishuddhi chakra is Lord Krishna, and his power is Radha. So we always say as Radha Krishna. So it covers the center Vishuddhi. Okay, and he plays a major role. Sri Krishna plays a major role in our life because it takes care of so many of our organs, and also helps us to, he takes everything as a play, as a leela. He makes it so joyful, like what, in emotion we should be joyful. So likewise, Sri Krishna always likes to play, a lot of illusion with us, plays tricks with us, so to give us, a colorful lifestyle within all of us. We call it a leela, a play. Everything is a play for him, right? So that is on the center Vishuddhi chakra. And the left side, we have Vishnu Maya. Vishnu Maya is the sister of Lord Krishna. And here, the left Vishuddhi is very important because, I don't know whether most of you should remember when we did our self-realization program, Srimataji actually talks about the left Vishuddhi, that you should not feel guilty. Now, if you feel guilty, then the spirit, our Kundalini mother, doesn't rise. So we shouldn't feel guilty, because as soon as you get your self-realization, the Kundalini is awakened, all your past or whatever wrong that we have done will be just negated, right? So you shouldn't feel guilty. Okay, if you feel guilty for anything, it stores in here, and then we have a lot of problems like spondylitis, many other issues. So we should not feel guilty. Anytime you feel guilty, you just say, "Oh, Divine Mother, I am not guilty at all," right? So you keep your hand here and say, "Oh, Divine Mother, I am not guilty at all." So later we will recite the mantras as well. And here it's a very, very beautiful relationship. It's a brother-sister relationship. You respect your brothers and sisters. You have self-confidence. You have, self-respect, dignity within yourself. So it's a very beautiful relationship that, that we don't have any relationship that we look into any man or any woman in a very lusty eyes, with a lusty eyes or thoughts, which is very, very important in our spiritual ascent. Everybody, we treat them as, besides your spouse, you treat everybody else as a pure relationship that we have to, look into, to keep ourselves as pure as possible. So this is what Sri Vishnu Maya is. She teaches you how to have a beautiful relationship between brother and sister. And on the left Vishuddhi is on your left index finger. And then the Vishuddhi itself is both the fingers is Vishuddhi, right? Or the both index finger. And now we look into the right side, which is Sri Yashoda. She is the foster mother of Sri Krishna, right? The qualities here is to remain witness, in a witness state, and also you have to speak very, very sweetly, and also you try to calm yourself and be a detached witness, all right? So here we look into all the qualities that we, a mother normally has. She has a lot of patience. So we have to speak with love and compassion and with, not with arrogance, but with sweetness, right? And it is on the right index finger. If there's any problem that indicates it shows it in the right index finger. If you have problem on the left, you have the left index finger showing you, that there is an issue with your left Vishuddhi chakra. Right? So today we are going to talk about the mantras as to how you're going to recite the mantras. First of all, we will start with the left Vishuddhi. You can put your right hand on the left Vishuddhi and we can just say Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Maya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Keep your attention on the left Vishuddhi and also on your Sahasrara, because Sahasrara contains all the chakras there, is an integration. So you keep your attention always on the Sahasrara. You can place your hand on the left Vishuddhi. You can say it one more time. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Maya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Okay. So that's how you clear your left Vishuddhi, by reciting the Sri Vishnu Maya mantra. It's a very, very powerful mantra. And do not feel guilty at all, because the spirit, your Kundalini is already awakened. So you become the spirit. When your spirit is awakened, how can you be guilty? So just let go, all right? So on the right hand side, you can place your hand on the Vishuddhi chakra, and you can recite Sri Yashoda Mata Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Yashoda Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Again, keep your attention on the right Vishuddhi chakra and on your Sahasrara. Just feel your chakra. Pay homage to Sri Yashoda Sakshat another time. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Yashoda Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Just desire Sri Yashoda Mata purify our right Vishuddhi chakra and give us the sweetness that we need. Finally, we'll keep our attention on the central Vishuddhi chakra. We'll recite Sri Radha Krishna Sakshat Mantra. Om Twameva Sakshat Shri Radha Krishna Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's recite one more time. Om Twameva Sakshat Sri Radha Krishna Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's pray in our heart to give us diplomacy, a detached witness quality, and to become a collective personality, to become a global personality. Let's pray that we are part and parcel of the whole. So let's pray for the beautiful qualities to be awakened so that the whole world will be blessed. Vishuddhi chakra, as Sri Mataji has mentioned, is the United States, the geographical, the position. United States play a very important role for communications. Everything is directed from there. So Vishuddhi chakra is actually, United States is actually Vishuddhi chakra. So that's why everything happens from there. So just a little bit that we have to share on that. And we can go into, we can listen to Sri Mataji's talk now, and then later we'll continue with the meditation. Just keep your attention on Sahasrara as we listen to Sri Mataji's talk.
So the principle of ascent is to be in the center, to be in the balance, to be in the maryadas of the center, to be in the boundaries of the center is the principle. So what happens when we do not keep to the boundaries, to the maryadas? Then we get caught up. If we keep to maryadas, we can never be caught. Many people say, why have the maryadas? Say, we have the maryada, the boundaries of this beautiful ashram here. And somebody is attacking you from all the sides, on all the sides of the void. So if you go out of the void, you get caught. That's why you have to keep to the boundaries. And to keep to the boundaries is difficult when you have two problems. One is the ego, another is the superego. Now, as in the West, superego is not such a problem. Ego is the problem, and it has very, very subtle implications now. I can see the complicated style of egos we have. One is a gross, like Khomeini style, which is dry, it's obvious, evident, everybody can condemn. That one is the one, either one corrects or gets completely destroyed. But ego, if it is of a stupid person, then he behaves in this manner only, that he doesn't know how to hide his ego in sophistication. But the Western ego is extremely sophisticated. The language, everything is very sophisticated. Like in English language, we'll say, I'm afraid I have to slap you. I'm sorry I have to kill you. It's such a devious thing, you see. Once you said, I'm sorry, that means you have put a chocolate on top of that, isn't it? It's such a camouflage. Must understand. See, we must face as we are. We cannot be facing something else. But this is exactly what happens with sophistication, that we avoid facing ourselves. Today, though the day is of celebration, so in all humor we should understand what this stupid thing called ego is. In all humor, not in seriousness. But I don't want you to again feel guilty. Now, as I was explaining in the morning, how ego becomes the left Vishuddhi. I mean, even before going to the hall, my attention on the hall, I get a big lump, just painful, horrible, excruciating. I mean, all the time it is there since I have been in the West. Can you imagine? It has never vanished. So this chakra is all the time working. Poor thing is so much now tired, Vishnu Maya's chakra. So what happens really, we should see the physical side of it. It's very important to understand. You see, from childhood, if you are taught in a society like this, where you are an extrovert, you have to achieve something, some success or this and that, then the idea of strength is given to you. That it is weakness to tolerate something. Imagine in Christian nations, that's the best part of it. I am sorry, I will kill you sort of thing. In Christian nation, you see, they have this theory, that it is weakness, that if you tolerate anything, it is a weakness if you get dominated by someone. You can never be successful if you do like that. So unless and until you are possessed, you can never be obedient. This is what it is. Somebody has to possess you, absolutely possess you, like Hitler. Then you can be obedient. Otherwise, everybody has a big ego. As I had told you the story of the garbage cleaner. So everybody has a very, very big ego. Everybody wants to have their own way. And from childhood, you spoil your children too much. You spoil them, completely spoil them. All the time, you'll hug them, you'll hold them, you'll do too much. Children get spoiled. Ignorant of themselves. And then on top of that, if you tell them that you should not tolerate anything, they become disobedient. So you do not know how to obey others in any way. Ego does not know how to obey because that is weakness. Obedience is weakness. So now, this poor thing, ego, has a limited thing. That is, this ego has a balloon which is limited. But it bursts when you get your paralysis and all those things. It does burst. But it is flexible also. So when the ego starts getting too much on top of the superego, then the superego can go up to a point. It is also there. So to get rid of the ego, people take drinks, drugs, just to push it back. So increase the ego, increase the super ego. So the ego comes down. So you are playing between, then you have a hangover. Then it goes on like this, you see, works on. This is the modern solution they find for ego. Alright. Otherwise, ego is too much. So when somebody says something to you, instead of facing up to it, supposing you find you have not been able to say, find a glass for me, a simple thing like take it. You sulk. Why? Why should you sulk for that? Because there's another place where the ego can go is when you come round. You see, here it crosses at Vishuddhi. So when it is suppressed from the other side, it goes into that Vishuddhi. So then you get the left Vishuddhi. It is nothing but pure ego, believe me, it's pure ego. Because it has no other way to get in, it goes there. And that's how you sulk and think. Think, so you get more ego, you fill up your left side and you sulk. You never face. Now, the practical way, a central path, is established by being in reality. Now, as a matter of habit, you must develop. Supposing something has gone wrong, tell yourself, yes, it has gone wrong because I have done the mistake. All right, why did I do the mistake? Because of this, so next time no.
So let's go into the meditation again. Just keep our attention here and try to reflect what Srimati's message is all about. Again, we can take our right hand and put on the left side. Turn to the right. Keep your face to the right. Just say, "Oh, Divine Mother Energy, I am not guilty at all. As I am the pure spirit, I am not guilty at all. Please put your hand on the left. Keep your attention on the right, Vishuddhi. Try to observe your hands, your fingertips, and also on your palms and on top of your sahasrara. Slowly bring your attention to the central center Vishuddhi. It's a very, very important chakra. You place both your hands on the Vishuddhi chakra. Try to feel it. You can put both your hands or your right hand. Let's pray to Lord, to Sri Radha Krishna to give us all the qualities of the Vishuddhi chakra. Now you can just give a gentle massage on your Sahasrara. You can thank Mother Kundalini for giving us this beautiful gift of mankind, guiding us to get our self-realization. The gift that Sri Mataji has given the entire mankind. Those who are speaking truly, gifted with this beautiful gift that we should always cherish. Just be completely surrendered so that we can ascend in our spiritual journey. Just pray to the mothering energy to guide us to the state of thoughtless awareness, where you become one with the all-pervading power, Param Chaitanya. We can slowly open our eyes. We'll now take some questions. If you have any questions, Shonika and I will be able to guide should you need any assistance from any one of us.
So anyone having any questions, any doubts about the mantras, about the deities, anything? Are you tried using these mantras in your meditation?
The most important thing is that you should not doubt. If you doubt, then it doesn't work as much as it should. Now that you've found your path, just try to sustain it by meditating daily, morning and evening, 5-10 minutes, because it makes a lot of difference. Like what Sunika mentioned earlier, that if you don't meditate one day, you feel really lost. And something really important is missing in your life. So we can't live without it. SahajaYoga has become part and parcel of our life, that we cannot imagine not meditating, because that should be you should give the utmost priority for yourself, for your spiritual ascent. Everything else falls into place.
Everyone is very silent.
You must be enjoying the Srimatiji's message earlier. So really,
Yeah, but
we should be really thankful to Srimatiji, for giving us all this spiritual knowledge that we need, and it's all been recorded and videoed for us to enjoy and pass it on to the next generations and people to come. For whoever comes, there's something to follow, because this is the founder who started SahajaYoga, and it's coming from her, the divine power.
Wow, Raj, that's
That's a
wonderful.
very nice question. Yeah. So you don't have to mention all the chakras every day. Depends on what you really require for the day. Because it's not wrong to mention all the mantras, but it takes time. So you just, when you sit down, you can just do a test by weighing yourself and see which chakra is having problem. And then you work on that problem and that chakra, and you recite that mantra. And once that mantra is awakened, then the other chakras are, easily, the Mother Kundalini can rise easily. But the most important chakra that we always do not forget is the Muladhara chakra, because that is the root of everything. So your base has to be strong, very, very strong. Yeah, so your base has to be strong. So in order for that, we normally recite Sri Ganesha's mantra to awaken, to remove all the obstacles, because without Sri Ganesha, nothing works. So he removes all the obstacles, everything. Even before this session, I had some problem with my computer, and we just said the Ganesha mantra and everything worked out fine. So, within split second, the faith that we have in him, in Sri Ganesha, that automatically worked. So you have to have the faith, like what Shonika shared, a great quote of Srimataji. In action you should be thoughtless. In emotions you should be bubbling with joy, and in assent you should be completely surrendered. This is a magic word. It looks simple, but it's all in there. It's a package for us to understand. Anything else that?
Yeah, Jaya is asking, if my right shoulder is always feel heavy, what should I do? Which mantra shall I recite? So right shoulder
Right,
is
that
your right
is
Vishuddhi.
Vishuddhi,
Yes.
yeah.
So you can say the mantra for Shri Yashoda Mata. We'll share that script
Yeah.
on the Vishuddhi mantras which we cover today. So you will get that. You can take the mantra for right Vishuddhi. That will help you.
And maybe you can watch yourself as to how you speak to people. Sometimes if you are sarcastic or harsh, so you can reduce slowly. Ask Sri Yashoda to guide you. Sometimes we tend to shout or something like that. So it helps you to calm yourself down. You can introspect and see, did I speak to this person correctly, or maybe you've been dominated. So that could also be one of the reasons. So just this is about introspecting yourself and finding out what is the main cause. It could be many reasons, but but having faith in Sri Yashoda and asking her for help helps wonders.
Yeah, and
Or you
another
can also,
thing,
you can also put some, Sonika.
ice.
Yeah, you can put ice pack, or you can put some ointment, olive oil, give a gentle massage for your Vishuddhi chakra.
Yeah.
So it helps. So try to utilize all the treatments that we have shared over the weeks. So it helps. Any other questions? Maybe Sonika can answer the question now.
Yeah, I was just, no, you answered already. I just wanted to add one thing like, on the Vishuddhi. After listening to today's talk, which I, absorbed, the most important thing was, when we don't face the reality, when we don't face ourselves, either we sulk, we go on left side and we get the guilt. Either we go on the right when we react because we are not facing it. So that gives you right Vishuddhi. That makes you aggressive. That makes you harsh, you know? So these are the physical things like which I absorbed today from the talk. But very beautiful, like very simple, but yes, it makes really much sense to me.
One thing I like to share about Srimataji's lectures, the divine speeches, we may listen to Srimataji's talk. Various people will be listening to the same talk, but what is required for you is what you absorb on that particular day. We have listened to this talk a couple of times, but every time we listen, we sink in what is required for us for that day. We can ask any of our friends who are practicing SahajaYoga. I've listened to Srimataji's thousands and thousands of talks. Each time I listen to
Same
one
talk.
particular talk, the same talk, it gives you a different message for the day.
Yes.
So, it's amazing. That's really amazing. I've never seen any other, speeches like this that Srimataji shared with all of us. It's beautiful. So you get never bored with listening to Srimataji's talk because every time there's a message for you.
Yeah. So this was the message which I shared today. Maybe it's different for all of you. What you want to learn today from that message, you will get it. If you ask yourself, you will get that. Okay. So any other question or should we wrap up? Do we have any questions? I think we should wrap up.
Yeah, you can wrap up with a short meditation, Sonika.
Yes. So let's do wrap up.
I think everybody is very thoughtless today, so it'll be nice to end the session with a meditation. Yeah. Jai Shri Mataji.
Okay, can we have Shamataji's photograph and we just we can slowly close our eyes, both the hands on your lap. We'll just say thanks to the divine for all the beautiful vibrations and love. Thank you, Mother, for all the beautiful vibrations today. Thank you for guiding us about the Vishuddhi. Chakra. And please help us that we manifest the qualities of Sri Radha Krishna. Manifest the quality of Sri Vishnu Maya just by facing ourselves and not feeling guilty. And let me be sweet, kind in my voice, in my communication, so that I manifest Sri Yashoda Mata in my right Vishuddhi completely. Let me speak what is truth, the Satya. Let me speak what is kind, which doesn't hurt anyone. And let me speak which is loving, which is loved by everyone. You can feel your Kundalini working out. And we'll say thanks to Mother Kundalini, who is working out day in and day out to cleanse us, to purify us. Thank you, Mother Kundalini. And thank you, Shramataji, for all this divine knowledge. Let us raise our Kundalini collectively. Seven rainbows for 7 chakras. Thank you for joining us, for your company.
Thank you, Vishal.
Thank you, Vishal,
for joining
for
us as
being
well.
there.
Tech,
Yeah, in the
support.
background.
Very important person.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you again, everyone. It was good coming back and looking forward to seeing all of you again. Good night.
Good night.